there is a level 3. So right now it's in conserve mode. Most people drive in all-purpose. You'll notice the difference though, as far as throttle response, steering response.
Yeah, I'll start off to be conserve mode first, then to sport mode to show like the difference.
Cool. And then regen, you're comfortable with that?
Yeah, super comfortable. Cool. I actually drove the Kia EV6 today.
Oh, okay, nice. This one is going to be a little bit stronger, so I think we'll try it out on standard, see how you get a feel for it if you like, and then just let me know as you're driving. I can tap it up for you to high or low if you want.
Okay.
Ride feel, did you want like a softer ride at first, or did you want a more of a sportier stiff ride?
Like a sportier stiff ride.
Sport? Okay, so I'll take us into firm. Right now we're in kneel mode, but it's going to take us, I believe, to standard ride height. And then I can show you too the ride feel in standard versus low is going to be totally different.
Sounds good.
So
yeah, that's epic how you could control that separately.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like even though you're in a drive mode, you can still do these micro adjustments. And then too, the quad motor, we don't have it available because it's on our demo vehicle, but there's a tuner mode, and that allows you to really fine tune like the regen, the throttle response, all of that, like really how you want it to be.
Yeah, it's good that it gives the driver the controllability of that car.
Yes, exactly.
First, like even with Teslas, all you can do is literally just adjust the steering wheel and the drivetrain to go into sport versus the suspension or the feel of the ride. You can't do that in Teslas.
Exactly. Cameras right here too. Yeah, that one right here was all the ditch, so you can see right here, this is the front wheels, the rear wheels. Usually most people will use that for like off-roading, and then for other stuff though, we have the 360 right here, and this is always going to be front or rear. Yeah,
super high quality cameras too. 4K looks like.
4K HDR. Cool. Alrighty, so I already put the key here, but to start it, we just tap it right here, and then when you put your foot on the brake, which I think you already are, yeah, you just shift into gear and you will be all set. And the column shifter will be on the right hand side. Now, especially when you drive it on the freeway, it doesn't feel like a big vehicle. Even in the parking lots too, the cameras help it out.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a big vehicle. That's the one better advantage, because there's no engine in the front, so it's just like a low center of gravity. Yeah, center of gravity.
And then on top of that too, the air suspension, that hydraulic roll control that we got similar to like McLaren's, you know, you can have a really stiff ride, and it's really planted too, so it doesn't feel like you're driving like a floaty boat, you know?
Yeah, it's such a good decision that got made.
It's like she doesn't want to cross.
Yeah, focus on the phone.
I know.
And then how much is the miles that you get with full charge? So
we're in the conserve mode right now. So for the tri-motor max pack, it's 405 on a single charge. When you're in all-purpose mode, it's 371. And it's actually weird because the quad motor in that same all-purpose, it's 375. So I think we're just due for another recertification with the EPA
to get
a higher rating in all-purpose for the tri-motor, because the quad motor, you know, it's more weight from the 4 motors.
The suspension difference is a lot different than Tesla. Definitely, you could feel it right away.
Yeah, and we're in firm too. I can drop you into low, or if you want later on, we can put you in sport, and that'll drop you already automatically to low, and it's going to be totally different.
Oh yeah, then right now we could do comfort, so I could also see how the difference is gonna be.
Yep, sure. And for me, from my experience, the soft ride is really good for like the low speed stuff right here. I like to put mine in moderate because it rides very similarly.
Creates like soft equilibrium balance.
Yes, but then when on top of that too, when you like hop on the freeway, or there's like those turns on the side street that it kind of leans, the moderate kind of helps keep it planted in those situations without making it too stiff on the bumps, especially with the LA roads here, man.
But even with these cracked roads that we just went over right now, comfort mode feels like you're not even going over any bumps.
Right?
Wow.
It's really a test to like the level of engineering that
it's a testament to what the engineering capability has been done by those engineers and the designers.
Exactly, because they had to kind of go against, you know, physics for the most part. It's a big heavy car. This one weighs like 6,900 or 7,000 pounds. Quad motor weighs a little bit more, so they have to make sure that it's able to keep all this weight in a controllable manner while retaining comfort.
Yeah, especially with the braking capabilities, that's where you have to also do a lot of engineering to make sure the car is able to stop.
Yeah, that's why the 6-piston Brembo brakes, that's standard on all the models. So even if you're looking at a dual motor with the smallest battery pack, you're gonna get that 6-piston Brembo brakes, and you're also gonna get the air suspension standard too.
And Brembo is the #1 braking company.
So what's nice about conserve mode too is when you floor it, have a little geeky like information here, but earlier on when you floored it back there, it actually connected the rear motors, so you had the full 850 horsepower. It was just the throttle mapping as far as being able to get the full power. You had to go deep into it versus sport, but you still had the power there. And
it's just the way torque vectoring works is different between the drive modes.
Yes, and you didn't even feel the rear connect at all, did you?
Nope.
It's so seamless.
I like the interface too of what they've done with that design. Tesla is just like a one straight line bar, versus here you can actually see how the power is going and how much of the power is going towards the wheels.
Right. You know what's going on underneath. It communicates everything to you. So you got your battery temp, everything, tire pressure, even your compass too, where the vehicle is facing.
Yeah, it's really helpful displays that it has for a driver whenever they are going either off-road or on-road. That can really help with actually creating a safe, instead of it being vertical like how Teslas have, this one is actually horizontal. That makes it easier to reach.
Yep. And on top of that, you have your driver's display still, so you know
your eyes doesn't need to be off the road
exactly
to look at your actual speed that you're going.
And it's nice that we do it that way too, because with having multiple screens, you don't have to cram as much data as you can into the one single screen, so everything is easily readable.
It makes it more smooth, and a lot of drivers, they prefer to have the screen instead of just having all the display to be in one signal interface like that.
Yeah, my dad's one of them. Same with me too, because it's just like I want to be able to see what's going on, and I have also like separate things here. Like if I wanted to have navigation here and then like maybe change that left screen to my efficiency and whatnot, I can do all that.
And you guys have both Apple Play and Android CarPlay?
No, none of that built in. So this is all just our in-house. There's no CarPlay or Android Auto. For my understanding is that the reason why we don't have it is because we don't want to have to worry about incompatibility whenever we do a software update, that we have to wait for Google or Apple to verify if there's going to be any issues with their software.
I guess could just do it on the air.
And then on top of that too, like with all the different drive modes and all the different configurations we have, it's going to not be able to accurately represent like how much range you have until your next charging stop. If you're navigating, let's say you're going here to San Francisco, they won't accurately predict your range based on the different elevation and stuff. It's not factored in yet, from my understanding. For like CarPlay Ultra, I don't think they don't have that capability yet.
Yeah, also a good logical move to make it all in-house with the whole interface with the Apple, instead of having Apple CarPlay or Android CarPlay. Because
then now with that, with us being able to implement features our way, we have like a monthly cadence pretty much for software updates. So every month we pretty much have a new update. There's always new features. It's like pretty significant updates.
Yeah, super beneficial for the customers too.
Yep.
So they don't have to, if they have an issue and they need to have it resolved ASAP, then they could just contact you guys, make a report, then it could be just done over the air, instead of waiting to see if Apple or Android can do something about it, then waiting on them to make the implementation.
Yeah, anytime an owner has feedback, we always encourage them to go into the app. We have a whole section where they can share feedback, and they can select all the different sections of the vehicle that they want to see improvements on, and give like little comments on what exactly in that area they want to see. Of course too, like we have a huge following on Reddit. I think the Rivian subreddit has like over 120,000 members, and it's continuing to grow. So owners always like to go there and share their feedback of the vehicle, and our teams are always reviewing that because we want to make sure that the vehicles we have is what you guys want.
Yeah, just take in the feedback and make any changes. Now we could go into sport mode to see how that's gonna be like.
Sure. So right now we're in standard ride height, and I believe that's 10.1 or 10.5 inches. It's gonna drop us into the lowest ride height, which is about 8.5. Ride feel is still gonna remain firm, but you're gonna notice that because of that ride height difference, it's gonna be a lot firmer.
Yeah, it's not even bad at all. It's just still super comfortable.
Yep. But there's gonna be a lot less body motion sway in the turns, and then you can tell that the throttle response is a little bit sharper now. Steering, once we get into like something that has turns, you can tell the power. You don't have to go as deep to get the full power.
Yeah, it's only halfway throttle. You could feel just the acceleration force from it.
Yep. The quad motor will be a little bit better, is because one, It's able to do like full torque vectoring and everything on each individual wheel. This one, it's because it's one motor in the front, like it's using the differential to kind of figure out all that stuff from left to right. And then you have the Michelin Pilot Sport, I think Pilot Sport Super 5S on the quad motor, much stickier tires.
And that's one thing I noticed too. I was looking at the battery percentage. It's not even going, even when I accelerate hard, it's still not even going rapidly down versus previous Tesla models that I've driven. The battery actually degrades really fast with the percentage wise when you do have spirited driving.
And there's the teams too, like they'll take it out to our proving ground in Arizona or like other locations too, where there's under extreme heat, and they'll do
and cold
continuous launches. And they'll tune the power delivery and the battery management system to ensure that the battery is able to continuously provide the optimal performance in a wide variety of different temperatures, so that way your performance doesn't really degrade in the extreme conditions.
Yeah, so no matter where a person lives, either heat or cold, they can always know that this car is going to be reliable.
And we're at 56% of the battery. Some other brands, you'll notice a taper in power as you deplete that charge, but for us, you can go really deep into the battery and still have the full acceleration.
Substantial amount of power.
Yep.
A Tesla Cybertruck that I've driven is the weight difference too.
Yes.
Because you have really good space and almost as much space as the Cybertruck, or even more space, I think.
Yep.
But since the Cybertruck weighs so much more, the power, it's not the true reality of you actually feeling it once you accelerate, versus here, the power to weight is a lot better. Yep. So when you accelerate, you can actually feel the difference in that term.
Exactly, yeah. Not to mention too, like the Cyber Beast, I think that's 800 something pound-feet of torque. I don't remember, I think 868 or something like that. This one is 1103.
1100, and this is only the tri-motor.
And this is the tri-motor, yeah. The quad motor has 1198 pound-feet of torque. The biggest difference is the horsepower goes up to 1025 versus 850 in this one.
That's incredible. When did this one release, the tri-motor versus the quad motor?
I think the tri-motor came out December or so of last year. And then we came out with a California Dune, like limited edition tri-motor around end of January, February or so. And then the quad motor, that one we started delivery of those a couple weeks ago. A lot of the quad motor reservation holders were asked to configure their quad motor and then lock it in, so that way we can build it and deliver it to them.
And how long is the delivery time if a customer were to place an order right when they go to like a dealership?
So when they go to any of our spaces, they can talk to an advisor like myself, look at what's in our R1 shop, which is configurations that are pretty much readily available. So some can take delivery, depending on the state and the regulations, the same day if the vehicle is ready, or most of the time it's like within the week. Quad motor, since we kind of just started accepting or taking configurations from the reservation holders and then putting those more into production, the turnaround time, I think, from time of selecting a configuration to receiving one is like 3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's still a really short time frame.
Really short, yeah. It's even more impressive too when you look at that. We have only one manufacturing plant in Normal, Illinois, and it's running all of the configurations. So all the dual motors, all the tri motors, quad motors, we're all building them all on the same line, R1T, R1S. You know, once we have Georgia up, we'll be able to get more vehicles outputted, and then we'll have even shorter times too. That's where R2 is going to be made. R2 will start off.
And you know what international countries also Rivian is available? Because with YouTube, there's always, it's like only 25% of the customers, I mean the people that view the channel is watching from US, and the others is from the rest of the world. So
right now we're just in the US and Canada, but the R2 is going to be like our international debut vehicle. So we'll eventually be in Europe, Asia, and all the other different markets.
And that's exciting for those international customers.
Yes, yeah, because I know we've had customers that ever since we announced these vehicles publicly back in 2018 in the LA Auto Show, that they've been following us from the beginning. Even here at the Grove, we have customers that were interested, and they're from Holland, France, lots in the UK, lots in Australia. and they're just waiting for their time to get a Rivian. So the R2 will go there, and I believe the upcoming R3 and R3X will also be international models.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting for them to also be able to take these cars either back to their home country, or since this car isn't available currently where they used to live and they moved here recently, then they could be able to have the opportunity to own the car and then drive it daily.
Yeah, exactly. In your time right now with the vehicle being in the LA city streets, do you find that the vehicle's too large for it, or you're everything seems okay for you?
Yeah, everything seems okay.
Yeah, just because a lot of people, like, they get intimidated by the size of the vehicle and they think that they can't bring it places, and I think really with all these cameras,
yeah, that's what I was just about to say, that with the cameras it makes it so easy to park almost like anywhere.
Yeah, it makes it approachable. You can go anywhere with the vehicle.
And how long is the charge time?
So it depends. With level 2 charging, 240 volt at 48 amps, something like this, you're going to be looking at around 12 to 13 hours from dead. But most commuters, they honestly just drive 25-30 miles a day. So for that 25-30 miles, it takes about an hour to do that. So you can set charge limits in the vehicle. We recommend 70% for daily usage. So you drive the 25-30 miles for that day, plug it in for like an hour. You can take a quick nap. You can even eat like dinner or something by the time you're done and you've cleaned up. Your car is good to go. Something like on a supercharger or level 3 fast charger, it's about 30 minutes from 10 to 80%.
And Rivian customers also have access to that?
Yes. So like the vehicle we're driving right now, it's a 2026 model year vehicle. For 2026, we've changed from the CCS1 J1772 ports to the Tesla NACS. So any Tesla superchargers or their level 2 chargers that they find, they can plug in. They don't need any adapters. We also will include, for 2026 model years vehicles, the level 2 adapter, and then there is a level 3 adapter as well if you don't want to stop at like Electrify America or other third-party.
And how much
chargers.
is like the price difference between the different type of charging outputs? Or
So
the chargers?
It varies, because with Tesla, I know that their superchargers, they have like a time of use kind of plan. So if you're doing it during peak hours, it'll cost the most. For me, when I charge mine at home, I spend about 25 cents per kilowatt hour. So for something like this,
oh yeah, super
yeah,
cheap.
it's super cheap. It's like, I think $30 something, like but you got 405 miles for that $30, and on top of that too, you got 850 horsepower.
Yeah, it makes sense both financially and in the fun aspect of how you can really enjoy the car.
Yeah, especially nowadays with California gas prices. Speak of the devil.
Tesla.
I think about 150, almost 150,000 of them sold and on the road.
And then how long ago did Rivian start?
Late 2021, but really for like starting to ramp up, it was around March, April of 2022 is when customer delivery started.
150,000 vehicles in this short time frame.
Right. Yep. In that 3 years and
yeah, it's quite the
months.
achievement for this company.
Especially too, and we only have 2 models, just the truck and the SUV. We're gonna have a smaller crossover. It's gonna be about the same length as the Model Y, but you got the boxy silhouette remaining, so you don't have that swooping down like this one in front of us. So you get more storage capacity. And it will have the R3 and R3X, which is like the little hatchback, like the Mercedes GLA sized or the Subaru Crosstrek sized vehicles.
Yeah, that bigger space is gonna come in handy, because when someone's doing a road trip from, let's say, here to San Francisco, they're gonna need a lot to go pack, and you're gonna need that space that's available.
Yep. Or bringing all the people with them too. You got 7 people. With this one, you can go to San Francisco on a single charge and probably have like around 35 miles remaining. I think it's like 378 if you left from here to San Francisco and you took up the 5 freeway.
Yeah, it's just fascinating how electric batteries has come this far.
Right? Yeah.
And charging capabilities and the amount of miles that you're able to go.
Yes.
And just the sheer power delivery.
Yeah, our old large pack, so that's the one in the middle of the 3 options that we have, that used to be 135 kilowatt hours gross. I think it was like 128 kilowatt net, and then when the quad motor, that was like around if you had the all-terrain wheels, 200 270, 280 miles of range on a single charge. This one, the max pack, is 140 kilowatt hours usable. Quad motor, you're able to get 400 on a single charge in conserve mode.
400.
So the battery didn't get that much bigger than our old large. It's just the energy is capacity of each cell is more dense, and then you also have more efficient motors. Our motors are in-house. The older ones were from a different supplier.
And even though we were in sport mode from the time when we were in that street Beverly
Yep.
to now, and that was like what, almost like 15 minutes, it only went down 1%.
Yep.
Yeah, the conserves in this battery is...
It's really, really good. And it's crazy too, because like I mentioned, I came from a Polestar 2. The coefficient of drag in that car was, I think, 0.279. Big vehicle like this, completely in a different segment, is 0.3.